Easter Sunday had always been a joyous occasion in the small town of Harewood. The whole community would gather at the town square for the annual Easter egg hunt organized by the beloved local librarian, Miss Tabitha Brooks. Year after year, the townspeople reveled in the spring air and shared laughter as their children scurried about in search of hidden treasures. But this year, Harewood would experience an Easter like no other. It began as a rumor, whispered among the children at the local school. They spoke of a sinister figure spotted lurking in the shadows of Harewood's woods, a monstrous, twisted version of the Easter bunny, with long claws and a bloodthirsty grin. The adults dismissed it as nothing more than childish imagination, but the eerie tales persisted. As the days leading up to Easter passed, the rumors grew darker. Pets started to disappear from their homes, leaving behind only scraps of fur and blood. The townspeople grew uneasy, their once carefree banter replaced with hushed tones and nervous glances. On the eve of Easter Sunday, the wind carried an unnatural chill. Miss Tabitha had just finished hiding the Easter eggs around the town square, taking extra care to ensure the event would go smoothly despite the recent unease. As the sun dipped below the horizon, she turned to head home, only to be met with a spine-chilling sight. There, in the center of the town square, stood a grotesque figure. It was the twisted Easter bunny from the children's stories, a horrifying, humanoid creature with matted fur, wild eyes, and sharp, gnarled claws that dripped with blood. Panic surged through Tabitha as the creature advanced towards her, its feral grin widening with each step. Thinking quickly, Tabitha dashed towards the town hall, the creature hot on her heels. She managed to barricade herself inside, but she knew it was only a matter of time before the monster broke through. As she frantically searched for something to defend herself with, she stumbled upon an ancient tome hidden beneath a pile of old records. The book, bound in faded leather, revealed the dark history of Harewood. It spoke of an ancient curse cast upon the town by a powerful witch, who sought vengeance after being spurned by the townspeople. Every century, the curse would manifest as the twisted Easter bunny, its sole purpose to wreak havoc and terror upon Harewood's residents. Tabitha's eyes widened as she read the final passage. The curse could be lifted, but only through a sacrifice of pure innocence. The terrible truth weighed heavily on her heart as she made her decision, tears streaming down her face. The twisted Easter bunny's furious snarls grew louder as it continued to claw at the town hall's doors. Tabitha clutched the ancient tome to her chest and approached the creature, determination burning in her eyes. As the sun rose on Easter Sunday, the townspeople gathered in the town square, blissfully unaware of the horror that had unfolded the night before. They found the square littered with brilliantly colored Easter eggs, each one bearing a single, crimson drop of blood. From that day forward, Harewood would never celebrate Easter the same way again. The annual egg hunt continued, but the townspeople always remembered the sacrifice made by their beloved librarian. The twisted Easter bunny was never seen again, but the chilling tale of the Easter terror lived on in the hearts and minds of Harewood's residents. In the years that followed, the people of Harewood would gather on the eve of Easter to light candles in memory of Miss Tabitha Brooks. They would share stories of her kindness and dedication to the town, as well as the courage she displayed in the face of unspeakable terror. Her sacrifice had saved them all, and they would never forget it. Life in Harewood gradually returned to normal, and the Easter egg hunt continued to be a beloved tradition. However, despite the disappearance of the twisted Easter bunny, an undercurrent of fear lingered in the hearts of the townspeople. They knew that the curse had been lifted, but they couldn't shake the feeling that the horror might one day return. As the years turned into decades, the tale of the Easter terror became a legend, passed down through generations. The story was told to children as a cautionary tale, a reminder to cherish the ones they loved and to be wary of the dark secrets that could lurk in the shadows. One fateful year, a century after the events that had shaken Harewood to its core, a new family moved into the old Brooks house. The O'Connors, a young couple with a sweet and innocent daughter named Lily, were unaware of the dark past that haunted the town. They quickly fell in love with the quaint charm of Harewood and eagerly anticipated their first Easter egg hunt. As the town prepared for the annual festivities, whispers of unease began to spread once more. The townspeople couldn't help but remember the twisted Easter bunny and the possibility of the curse returning. Their fear was palpable, but they refused to let it overshadow their beloved tradition. On the eve of Easter Sunday, Lily O'Connor lay in her bed, unable to sleep. She was too excited for her first Harewood Easter egg hunt. As she stared out her window at the moonlit night, she noticed a shadow moving in the woods. Her curiosity piqued, she quietly crept downstairs and out the door, following the shadowy figure deeper into the woods. As Lily walked further from the safety of her home, the air grew colder and a sense of dread washed over her. The whispers of the trees seemed to grow louder, warning her to turn back, but she pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. It wasn't long before Lily stumbled upon a small clearing where the twisted Easter bunny stood, just as monstrous and horrifying as the legend described. Its blood-red eyes locked onto Lily, and it slowly began to approach her. The town of Harewood awoke the next morning to an eerie silence, the joy of Easter tainted by a familiar, chilling fear. As they gathered in the town square, they discovered that Lily O'Connor was missing. As the townspeople banded together to search for the young girl, they couldn't shake the feeling that history was repeating itself. The terror had returned, and they knew that another sacrifice might be needed to save their town. The legend of the twisted Easter bunny had come full circle, and Harewood would once again be plunged into darkness.